Mic check, testing, 1, 2. Ah, no, I'm kidding. I'm here. I started recording. I'm away. Trying to get through a relatively quick one tonight. Someone told me it had to be less than half an hour. I'm not sure that's going to happen, but having said that, it's 5 to 9 on a Sunday night, and I'm trying to do this a little bit before dinner. So we're going to eat really, really late, or I'll be quicker. Today we played. This one's a classics. Over 50s classics, Sydney Classics report. Castle Hill played Georges River. Castle Hill over 50s played Georges River over 50s. I probably should have opened all these photos and scorecards and stuff before I started this, but you know, you've all been here before. It's not the first rodeo. Okay, lost the toss, bowled first, which is okay because we won the toss. We would have bowled first. Day was much nicer than yesterday. It's still warmish, but there's a cool breeze. So cloud cover. Bexley Oval, beautiful oval, Bexley Oval. Fair trip there, but once we got there, beautiful ground. So yeah, and played the boys from Georges River, who went into bat first. Little bit of a different opening spell. Tiny was running a little late today, so we had the twin pace attack of JR and Merv up front. Both guys bowled very, very well. Sorry, a whole bunch of Facebook things just popped up. With JR, I guess, being the pick. So after like the first couple of overs, JR was like none for 5, Merv was none for 3, so we're talking 8 after 4 overs, so they're doing really, really well. JR then took a wicket to go 1 for 7, so that first wicket was an LBW. We did get an LBW today. That'll come down a bit further later when I talk about our batting and the amount of guys that the umpire chose to fire. So he did get one, so we got the opener for 6. And then Merv had a couple of overs where they sort of went for him a little bit. So it probably wasn't Merv's day. Sometimes the pace on does that. Merv ended up with none for 37 from 6 overs. Certainly some good chances there. Still bowled relatively well, but they sort of picked up the scoring against him. I think it was two spells. I think Merv bowled 3 up front to be none for 13 after 3, and then 3 at the back end. Is what it is. That was Merv's figures. JR bowled. I think JR actually bowled your full 8 out, if I recall. I think the skipper was taking off at one point. Maybe after 6 or after 5. Because we went 2, 3, 1 for 2, 7 plus 6, so 5. And then there was a big over there. The 5th over went for 10. That's right. The big, they're always big, but the right-hander was pumping you out to the boundary a little bit. But I remember from talking to JR, he's quite adamant that I think he needed to take someone out there and stop that shot, get him to play straighter. Skipper wisely went, you know what, let's give JR another couple or another one and see how he goes. Guys had a chat, set the field they wanted, and got his man. So I went from 1 for 22 from 5 to 2 for 22 from 6. 2 for 23, so 1 off the 7th, and then a maiden for the last one. So it ended up, so really only one big over. Ending up with 2 for 23 from 8 overs. In the meantime, Merv's obviously bowled his first 3 up front. Tiny's arrived, so normality resumed, and Tiny picked up from the other end, opposite JR for the opening spell bowling. Tiny, as always, was miserly and picked up wickets along the way. 2 off the first one, 1 off the next one, 5 off the 3rd over, 1 off the 4th, 2 off the next one, 2, 2, 3. But through that took a bunch of wickets. Let's have a look at what wickets you got there, Tiny. Caught James bowled right, so that was the opener on 9. Oh, that was a cracking catch for Jamesy. It's first slip. Beautiful ball. Guys just got an edge dropping down, and Jamesy just snaffled it down low. sometimes they're quite hard. I mean, catching at slips is always hard, especially if you get the big thick ones. But sometimes when you're not expecting those slow dropping ones, they can be hard to take. So that was a cracking catch. So that was that one, and then yeah. So then number 3 got 31, and JR had the LBW and the Bold. They were pretty quick together too, I think. Within a couple of overs of each other. Tiny got the number 4, which was stumped. Great stumping from Mick to go to 253 about this point, 251, 252. I don't know. Mick's stumping tally continues with the old Court Marsh by Lily is stumped Hungerford bowled right. So at that stage, what are we talking about? Let's go to drinks. Yeah, drinks, they were 5 for 62, which was 1, 2, 3, two to Rose, 2 to right. I think, I'm not sure if it's Stanley got the next one or I did. Let's find out. Smith, Richards, Brunel, Wilmore. Smith, Richards, Brunel, Wilmore. And then who got out next? Snell. Snell was caught Austin bowled right. So the 5th wicket was to Tiny, caught by Aussie. Oh, that was a good one. As I'm telling the stories and remembering things. That was 0. Was it almost a first baller? I don't think it was, but it wasn't far from it. Right. Oh no, it's a couple of hours later. I think Tiny bowled a dot ball, fielded, brought back to him by Aussie, fielding in close on the onside, 3/4 way out the wicket. As Tiny's off his regular couple of steps run up, Aussie was moving back into position. It wasn't quite back. I'm standing back on mid on. Got to say, just wait for Aussie. And he kind of got back into place, so no one sort of said anything. Tiny bowled, and just as Aussie's turned, the guys hit it straight to him, and he's just snaffled it like the true professional that he was to take that 3rd wicket for Tiny, who ended up with 3 for 18 from 8 overs. That's spectacular bowling. Just over 2 and over, 3 wickets, 3 crucial wickets. We're talking. What are we talking? 1, 5, and 7. But you got JR taking wickets amongst that. Really, really good going. So at that stage, what I say at drinks, they were 5 for 60. So we're in a pretty good place. I think they might have had one guy in the bank. Yeah, their number 3 got 31, and their number 6 got 35. So the drinks 5 for 62. They sort of continued on for a little while, and this might have been the partnership between the 2 guys that ended up in the bank, but they weren't necessarily getting away from us. 30th over, 5 for 104. So what's that? They put on 40 odd, and there's sort of 10 overs to go, and ended up getting to 5 for 126 from the 33rd before they had a bit of a collapse. I think they ended up with, what did they say? They ended up with 142, and they were 526. So what's that? 626. It's 4 for 26. Which was off the back end of some good bowling. So obviously, I've told you all what JR, Merv, and Tiny did. Jamesy come on absolutely miserly. 3, 4, 5. That was his 3 overs. Went through the first one off the next one off the next one. So none for 5 from 3. Obviously, then had to sort of make sure he's got enough bowlers sort of running around. Aussie came on to replace Tiny, I think. Same deal. 1 off the first, 4 off the next one, 4 off the next one. None for 9 from 3. It's only 3 and over. So those guys sort of started shutting them down. Didn't sort of crack the shell, but set it up for everybody else. Jose came on. First over was a maiden. Next one went for 10, but Jose did his shoulder. So it was kind of get through the over as best you could. I hope it comes good soon, Jose, because we've seen you bowl a few weeks ago when you took, 5 or something. And cracking bowler. So bit of work in your shoulder and see if it comes good. It's the age barrier. Off the back of that, sort of myself and Stan, I think, bowled it to the end. I'm not sure if Stan bowled it to the end or if because Merv came back for his sort of few. I bowled 6 overs or 5.3, and that was Stan and I bowling it then because I remember with the second last over going, oh, there's 1 wicket to go. I hope Stan gets it, so we can get off early, and he didn't. And then I did 3 balls in. I bowled okay, 3 from the first, 5 from the next one, 2 from the next one, 3, 2, and 2 to end up with 3 for 17 from 5.3. I call it 6 overs, so it's at less than 3 and over. 3 wickets. Quite happy. As I said in last night's BB match report, it's been a bit rocks and diamonds for me the last couple of weeks. I've been bowling really well at the beginning of the season, and I've sort of lost a little bit. Wasn't too bad today. First over felt all right. Second over went for 5. There's a couple of wides in there. I think their umpire is a little bit wide happy on the leg side ones. He was calling ones where he should have just sort of see if your first one down the thing. But wasn't feeling 100%. Mick, as the insightful wicketkeeper he is, which is why I'm very privileged to work with such a quality keeper and a person. Let me know that my run up was a little bit off. I was a bit upright in my delivery stride. Mick and I talk regularly about things I'm working on and what I'm doing, and Mick noticed that I wasn't as sort of down in my run up as I should be and exploding into my release. So after that, things got better. Took a wicket, 1 for 10. Probably one of my better. Actually, all 3 of mine were probably 3 of the better bowls. All were bowled, and all felt really good. I was pretty much able to control the channel by that point. Cross seam, slow ball, top of off, and just nipped the top bail off. Left-hander came in, which has been a bit of my bane lately. I've been too close into them, so too straight, and been picked off leg side. First ball was nice and wide outside the left-handers off stump. Felt really good, a lot more controlled. I've been tentative to throw it out there, worried about wides, but it was good. Next ball was probably a little bit straighter again, but again it was a cross seam. On the recommendation, I mean, I usually throw in a cross seamer once and over anyway, but Tony had sort of given me the encouragement that it was working for him. So another sort of cross seamer, held it back just a little bit, didn't sort of snap the wrist so much, just held it up as I released it. Top of off for the lefty. So another good ball. Then one of their bankers came back in. Who did I get out actually? Bold. So that guy was on 1. Yeah, so it was actually one of their bankers came back in, and obviously was going to go hard and just kept it full. That's it off. Same thing, and then little slow across seamer, and he swung for it and has taken the thing as well. So all 3, 2 righties and 1 lefty, just took the top of off, little cross seam slower balls, just hit the spot today. And in the same vein, Stan sitting at the other end, went for 7 off the first one, but only went for 1, 2, 4 off his next 3. 2 for 14 from 4 overs. So similar sort of stuff from Stan. I think there was a pop-up one as well. I called Bottrell Wild Stanley. I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, that was out deep, I think. Long on. Good catch from Greg. And what was the other one, Stan? Oh, Bold. That was their other banker to wrap them up. So I wrapped them up for 142 and yeah, it was the 40th over we got him in. So 142 was good. I mean, this is pretty good side. Well and truly in the game, and I think at that point we were thinking we're going to go pretty good. Key bowling. Oh, let's talk about Glenn. Glenn, should we have a chat? The ball before I bowled the guy with the next one, guy has pumped it right out. Frankly, I'd rather see a bowled on the scorecard than caught in the deep, but they don't tell you where they were caught anyway. Yeah, unfortunately, the guys whacked it right out in the deep. Glyn was out at not quite cow, a little bit squarer than cow, and dislocated his finger and possibly, I think from what I'm seeing, broke it. Good try, Glenn. You're lucky that I got the guy at the next ball, and he didn't just hit me for another couple of sixes. Look, mate, I hope you get better. I hope you do get better soon. You've had a tough weekend. You didn't get a bowl yesterday, today. Didn't get a bat yesterday, and you batted today and got a first ball duck with a broken finger. So cricket can only get better for you, mate. But you know, you're on. We're on your team. I'm not laughing at all. I do offer you sympathy, but I'm also not, because you dropped a catch. But we miss you. Okay, batting. Really thought we're in this one, and we got close. I think we ended up 129. So what's that? 13 short, or 14 for the win. Close, really close. Just pulled up short. 16 minutes in. I didn't give for those of you who like the score update first and then leave. If any of you even actually exist, I'm not sure if anyone actually exists that does that. So, go to Play HQ or watch it through the end. So long story short, we didn't quite get there. Some good knocks. Just James, he looked good with a nice 4 until he was we'll call it caught from behind. It looked a bit. I'm not sure what it looked like out there, but hit the guy at mid wicket. He's dived forward to catch it. We've thought he's caught it, and then all of a sudden the ball's rolling on the ground. So we kind of suspected that he dropped it. Word in the street was he caught it and went to throw it up and dropped it. I'm thinking, I did hear someone say the umpire said, I hate when they do that. Well, yeah, why would you do that? It seems like a bit of a dick move, to be honest. Unfortunately, the skipper was given out for 4. Mick quickly in the bank, as he does, got us off to a great start. Aussie got into the bank. So both of those, having 2 in the bank early, felt really, really, really good. So 1 for 38 after 7. So what's that? 5 and over, just under 5 and over. Jason 140 and 40 overs. We're in a good place. Glyn came in at 4, and unfortunately it wasn't Glyn's day. Got a first ball LBW. I think I'm not going to comment too much on that. I don't like to. I try to make the match report positive, and I don't try to put umpires and things down if I can help it. But word on the street is, I think Glyn said he hit it. But it's cricket. It's going to happen. So losing Glyn early wasn't great. But 2 for 43 after 8. Went through. So I'm not sure at what point Mick and Aussie got in the bank, because they both scored relatively quickly. But still, the 2 in the bank was helpful. But we then lost Stan as well as an LBW. Again, some contention. I can't recall what it was. I don't think Stan hit it, or whether he's up to the line But again, a couple of LBWs, and the umpire seemed very, very quick to fire people, and that'll come back to us at the end of the day as well. So losing Glenn and Stan really, really quickly didn't sort of help. Greg came in and batted for, I got time in and time out here, so an hour and a half Greg batted for. Got himself to 21, so within reach of the bank, which would have been nice. Batted well. Struggled to sort of get the flow of the game, but that's okay. Jose came in, and Jose, I guess, continued his bad run of luck at the moment with his shoulder and things. So, I guess when you think about it, you got Glyn batting with a broken finger and Jose batting with a busted shoulder. So he got a duck, unfortunately, as well. Got bowled. JR came in next. JR's been in good form lately and seemed to be hitting some decent shots. I'm surprised you only got 10 there, JR. I thought you're striking them well. 10 from 24. Then starting to sort of try and move things along. Maria came in, got run out for 1 from 12. So I think we struggled a little bit in that middle just to sort of keep the turning over, but they bowled well. That's the whole nature of the beast, isn't it? So Maruga was run out. Tiny came out, hit a 4 and a 2 and a single as well. 7 from 7, so started moving it along. Obviously, we know we've got Aussie and Mick in the bank too, so our job at that sort of lower order is to sort of make sure we just get runs we can, and if we get out, we get out. So Tiny 7 from 7, hit a great 4, I think. Oh yeah, I said there was a 4, so I remember that. So I came out. Greg was still sitting there anchoring the ship, which was good. Figured that would be sort of helpful. We were at, where were we? We were, it was 6 for 95. Yeah, so I'd say I think Tiny got out. Yeah, so 7 for 106 after 32. So we still needed 40 odd, just under 40. But we had 8 overs and things. So obviously my deal was to not come out and waste too much time, but also not be stupid and throw it away. So I had a lot of fun. It's a shame we lost the game because I had a really fun day. 3 for 17 with the ball. I did some clean fielding too, which is not like me. There's a good ground for it. And got out, and I got out with Greg, and we whacked a couple of twos, and just trying to play straight and hit through the ball, and try some of the new stuff I'm trying this year with my batting from a setup and a play through the ball perspective. And it seemed to work out. So I was only out there for 6 balls, and I hit 2 twos and a couple of singles, and it was actually caught out to like a pretty good catch. The guy running behind him and caught it over his shoulder mid wicket, so which was fine. I didn't mind getting out at 8 for 112, so whacked on another quick 6 runs. Put us at needing 37 overs, and brought in Mick, who's back with Greg. Unfortunately, Greg then got bowled for 21, but still brought in Aussie. Mick and Aussie were going well. They got to 129, got into 13 off 4 overs left, so we're in front of the run rate. Unfortunately, the curse of the LBW happened. Mick went to play across one, and the umpires fired him as well. Not convinced it wasn't going over the top, but this umpire today kind of felt like killing the game, I guess. Sorry, that's positive. It's cricket. You get some, and you don't get others. Some games you win, some games you lose. Look, today, I just think we did well. We might have just got a little bogged down a little bit in the middle, but other than that, but again, that's the quality of their bowling, the quality of their fielding. It is what it is. I had a great day. It was fun. I don't think I've got anything else to say. Talked about Glenn. 23 minutes. That's actually relatively short, which is what I was hoping for. Thanks, guys. See you all next week. Oh, and by the way, got home in time to see the last 30 runs of the Ashes and watch Steve Smith had a bit of fun with Jofra Archer. That was great fun. So it's a good way to end the weekend. I'm back. Got a box of diamonds today rather than diamonds and rocks. So I'm happy. I won't gloat or carry on, but and I had a ball, having a ball with a bat. I don't mind a bat now and again just for some fun, and especially in those circumstances when my role is just to score as quickly as I can, then get out and get the guys behind me as much space. Having one extra in the bank might have been helpful today, but we did okay. Thanks, guys. Have a great Sunday evening. Bye.
So there you go. That's our day. That's enough from